Hello YouTube family, this is Jerry D in Tennessee. Just thought I'd talk about, show an example on what news can do to a stock. If you keep your eyes open and watch the news, watch all the stock news outlets, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, all these guys, whenever they come out with stories about certain stocks, especially if it's like before opening, it can make a difference. It can really make a difference. So let me look at this. Let me get this thing set up real quick. All right, so the stock I'm talking about today is PRVB. PRVB, Prevention Bio Incorporated. So, can I make this look a little better? Indicators, maybe not. It's online area. There you go. That looks better. That's a more profound. That's a more of an indication on what happened to this stock. So. Let's jump over to the story that was released. And this was over multiple news outlets. This is just one example. This is Investors Day Daily. Sanofi scoops up Prevention Bio. In this article, they had another thing about Seagen nabs $43 billion Pfizer deal, but the main thing I'm concentrating on is Prevention Bio. So this thing spiked over 200%. This stock spiked over 200%. Here's a Barron's article. Let's go to the Barron's article. Prevention Bio stock soars on $2.9 billion acquisition by Sanofi. They want to force me to subscribe. Maybe not yet. They're going to bug me though. Yeah, they're going to try to sell me a subscription. Well, we'll stick with this one. That was a clickbait ad to sell me a subscription to Barron's. All right, so I will not put that link down in the description. I'll give you this link though. So, $2.9 billion acquisition by Sanofi. They're buying out Prevention Bio stock. And just on the news, this stock went from $6.65. Was that right? Maybe $6.64 on Monday. All right, under $7. It's under $7. This is a cheap stock to be into. So somebody jumped onto this and started watching this. Look how fast the stock went up, though. I mean, now it could have dropped. But look, it held the price. So this might be something to put on your radar because they may have several runs as more news gets released on some products and stuff that they've released or they're in the works on. So Sanofi apparently is interested in some of the biotech research projects that's going on this company has and decided to go ahead and buy this company out. And then all of a sudden we're $24. 23, it dropped down to 23. It spiked at right around 24. But we were right there, right under 24, up and down. 23, 24, so it's trading sideways now after news. But if you had the foresight and if you had been watching news and had known that maybe they were in a letter of intention or something like that for this stock and got into it at $6 or $7, that's a pretty good profit. That's over 200% profit. And just, from last week, if you got into it at the end of last week, people were tweeting. Let's see what's on Twitter. Twitter's your friend sometimes. Sometimes it can be your enemy, depending on who you're following, which we've talked about that. So, PRVB. Sign. PRVB. Mentioned buy the dips, I buy money where my mouth is, convention pays. So, Formatica. Latest top. This is probably the top. Probably the people that's got the most views. So 9 hours. So if you were watching somebody on Twitter, they were talking about this. Yeah, I'd say this guy made some money because it was $750 call and it hit $24. I guarantee you this guy made money. When he sold his call on Monday, when it hit $23, $24, he was in the money, dead burn it. Oh, look at this. He was excited too. Oh my word. So that's one way you can make it money on options is for something like this. But yeah, Twitter is pretty, there's a lot of people talk about it here on Twitter too. So what I was going to say, and I was looking, but there's so many people tweeting, it's going to take me forever to find if anybody was saying there was a letter of intent or something like that. And there was probably something. There's usually something released. And I don't know if Biopharma Catalyst. Look at that. That's a nice climb right there on the price. Did they release? They're tracking all the research that they're into. This is they have a thing for Crohn's disease. Could I slide that over? No, it won't. It's just cutting it off, isn't it? No, it's wrapping it. All right, so they've got a medicine for type 1 diabetes that just got approved. And maybe that's what prompted the purchase of this stock is because they were interested in this diabetes medicine. I don't know. But they've got a clinical trial on Crohn's disease, celiac disease. They have a trial on that. And a Coxsackie virus trial, Coxsackie B virus vaccine. So they got several things in the works. So this other company, and they are a real company. You go out and check out their website and stuff. Products, Investors, News. So they had a conference call March 13th. So maybe the purchase has not happened. Maybe they just offered them, sent them an offer, and then this is an official acceptance that they're taking the offer. Okay, so it is. So Sanofi, so right here's why they purchased. So Sanofi, so they got approval, or they're working toward approval. They're in trials for this type 1 diabetes. So Sanofi is interested in this type 1 diabetes vaccine or treatment. Right there's Sanofi to acquire Prevention Bio, adding portfolios TZ Field, the first disease-modifying treatment for the delay of stage 3 type 1 diabetes. So they are very interested in this type 1 diabetes treatment that they feel it has a lot of potential. They want to add that to their products. So they acquired the whole company. They just bought it. So just off of news, folks. I mean, and Twitter's going crazy. If you go out there and you look at Twitter, this guy here, how many? 38,000. So, excuse me, 38,000 followers. Imagine if all these people are buying into the stock. That might be part of the reason the stock went up. The right people on Twitter was watching the stock and tweeted about the buyout, and people turned around and bought into the stock and caused the price to jump from $6 to $24. Just like that. And it's hovering around $23, $24 now on the price. A lot of people made money. People playing options makers made some bank. They made some bank on this. If they were like that one guy showed, he had a call for $7 and it was sitting at $6 and it hit 24. Oh man, he made some money. Oh man, so you got to pay attention. You got to be watching this stuff. Watch the news, but you got to be careful at the same time because you get burnt, because this could have went down. It could have just dropped. And if it gets bad news, if it gets, if they don't get approval on something, it could cause the stock to come down. So just be cautious with it. Just watch the news. Watch what the stock's doing. The motions of what the chart's doing. The chart's your big indicator of where this thing's going. I mean, that's a pretty good. And I'm suspecting this price went up so fast that I mean, it's not at an angle going up. It's straight up. It shot up right here. People went crazy on this stock. 7.38 million shares got traded. And it's saying 200. There's a 225 chain. Yeah, if you look at the left, the square over here on the left, there was a 225% increase in price. Your bank's not going to give you interest like that on your money. I'm telling you. And banks, with all the bad news, bad rep banks are getting right now, with all this bad negative stuff that's going on now, with the feds and stuff, people's probably wondering what's going to happen to our financial system. And in my opinion, that's just going to make crypto stronger. But anyway, I want to bring this to your attention. You just got to pay attention to this. I went to look see if they don't. I don't think they have an affiliate program, but if you want to get into biotech stocks and to plays like this, they sent out an email Monday when the buyout was announced. I got an email and started watching it. I didn't buy into it because I'm getting close to retirement and I'm trying to be cautious with my money. With the stock market being down, I've lost some money on some stuff. I got caught up in as you've seen in a previous video, with some bad players on Twitter, and lost some money off of that. But that's being turned around by the Department of Justice and the FBI and SEC. The perpetrators have been apprehended. investors are going to be, as just watch my previous video about Justin Costello, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But unfortunately, you have to worry about stuff like that. But you get into something like this, and look, and the key is finding the right tools to make the right money. And educate. You got to educate yourself. You got to sit down. If you want to do options, you got to learn about options. You got to follow people that's doing options. If you're just trading, just buying and selling stock, you're just day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it, then follow people like me that I just day trade. I day trade, swing trade. Options intimidate me. But again, I've been watching some tutorials. With the encouragement of one of the YouTube guys that I've been watching, I may paper trade some options, and if I do well in paper trading, I may do some videos while I paper trade options, but I got to get confident in it before I try it. Paper trading, you're not using your own money, you're using fake money on your brokerage account, and that way you can see if you really know what you're doing, if your strategy will work, and that's the best way to start out. Even just day trading, you could do that. So, with paper trading, but I highly recommend if you're not used to it and you're a little apprehensive about trading stocks but you want to give it a try, paper trading is a good way to keep from losing money. Open up a brokerage account, look at their paper trading setup, and play around with that and see if you can make some money in that. E-Trade gives you $100,000, and this is not a paid advertisement, but they give you $100,000 of fake money in a fake account, and you can live trade with that fake money. Now, you don't make any money. Even if you make money on that with that fake money, you're not making any money because it's just all pretend, so to speak. But you're not taking the risk of losing your own money. You're just testing yourself to see if you know what you're doing, if you're doing the right thing. But anyway, biopharma catalyst. It's a good way to track the biotech stocks. They have a catalyst calendar, FDA calendar. If you look over here. And they'll tell you by the month. There's a screener, and they'll tell you the ones that's gone up, went down, who's fixing to, what phase they are in their. How do I open this up? There we go. Wow, that's kind of weird. They changed it. You used to be able to scroll, I thought. Right there, and now they've got this little arrow where you go to the right and left. That's just kind of weird, but okay, it works. So, and they tell you what the biotech trials that they have with the FDA and what phase they're in and the results and everything. They keep you informed. So if there's certain biotech stocks you want to follow, you can follow them. And you'll get all the updates every time they get an approval or get past a certain phase or pass a certain phase. You'll get a notification. So this is a good way if you're going to trade biotech stocks. And since COVID, biotech stocks have been crazy. Some of them, as I just showed you with this one. There's an interest in biotech stocks. So, and there's money to be made, but sometimes again, be cautious. The stock may not do what you think it will do. So watch what you're doing. Be cautious with what you're doing. But anyway, just want to bring that to your attention, and I think it's great that stock spiked like that. I'm sure a lot of people made money. I did not. Again, I didn't buy into it, but I knew about it. I wanted to see what it was doing because I'm testing waters on biopharma catalysts just to see how far I want to go and how much risk I want to put in any trades with some of the biotech stocks that they report on. And, they do let you know ahead of time a lot of times that something's going to happen and the stocks do spike. It's like this right here, this buyout was That was pretty interesting. There's a lot of people happy over this right here. This is a good thing. But anyway, I just want to bring it to your attention. I'll put all the links down in the description below, and hopefully you're having a good week. Hope you had a good weekend, and I hope the rest of the week is a good week for you. But thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye.